Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. Today we will continue our book The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho. We will see how Santiago and his encounters teaches us several important lessons about life and the pursuit of our dreams. Despite initial setbacks and doubts, they push forward, learning to trust in the signs and omens the universe provides to us. We will also see how Santiago's encounter with Fatima teaches us about the power of love and its role in our personal journey. Love should provide us strength and motivation, but should not deter us from our paths. So ready for adventure? Then let us get started. In our today's episode, Santiago and the Englishman arrive at the oasis after a long journey. Santiago is assigned a tent with 5 other young men who are curious to hear about his adventures in the great cities. But the Englishman interrupts him and takes him outside. The Englishman needs Santiago's help to find the alchemist who can teach him the secrets of alchemy. They search for the alchemist's tent, thinking it must be different from the others and have a continuously burning oven. But the oasis is too large. Santiago suggests asking someone for help. The Englishman is hesitant but agrees. Santiago, who speaks better Arabic, asks a woman at the well, and she has never heard of the alchemist or any such person and hurries away. But while running away, she also warns them against approaching any married woman who is in black clothes. Both the Englishman and the boy, they feel disheartened. They worry that maybe no one here knows about the alchemist. However, the boy believes that the universe conspires to help those pursuing their personal legends. So there must be a way to find the alchemist. Then the Englishman suggests to inquire about someone who cure illness. Then they met a man who speaks only of Allah curing illness, while another one carrying a small bucket advises them to wait until the end of the war. The Englishman feels they are on the right track. Finally, a young woman named Fatima appears. She wasn't dressed in black, and that means she was not married. Santiago feels a deep connection with her. He senses the soul of the world within him. As he looks into her eyes and sees her smile, he understands a universal language, that is love, that is much older than the humanity itself. It is a powerful connection, and he feels it is an omen he has been waiting for his entire life. When boy was still lost in her, Englishman asked her about the alchemist. Fatima didn't know about any such man, but she points them to the south. The Englishman goes to find the alchemist, leaving Santiago with Fatima. They fall in love, and Santiago realizes she is more important than his quest for treasure. He confesses his love to her, but she encourages him to pursue his dreams. She assures him that their love will endure. She promises to wait for him till then. Santiago wants to tell the Englishman about Fatima, but finds him focused on alchemical experiments. He is surprised to find the Englishman has built a peculiar furnace outside his tent. The furnace is fueled by firewood with a transparent flask heating on the top. Now he is fully determined to master his craft, overcoming his fear of failure. This fear has stopped him for 10 years, but now he is happy that at least he took the first step to master his craft. While wandering into the desert, Santiago observes a hawk attacking another hawk. In that instant, he has a vision of an army approaching the oasis. He can't ignore the omens. He recalls the old king's advice. He realizes the oasis is now dangerous and the invasion is a real threat. The boy goes to find the camel driver to share his vision of an approaching army. The camel driver dismisses it as a common desert-induced vision. But the boy insists, explaining to him that he feels connected to the soul of the world. The camel driver doesn't take much time to understand, because he believes that everything in this world is connected to each other, and people can find meaning in their surroundings. The camel driver shares his experience with an old seer who said only God knows the future. But when God reveals it to us, it is because the future is meant to be altered. He concludes that God showed the boy a glimpse of the future and suggests him to tell the tribal chieftains. Boy, a little hesitant, but agrees, thinking of Fatima and the consequences. The boy approaches the guard at the oasis and asks to see the chieftains, saying he brings omens from the desert. He was asked to wait outside. It is already getting dark. After waiting for hours, he is summoned into the tent, amazed by its ambience. He shares his vision with the chieftains. On this, they question him why the desert would reveal it to a stranger when they have been living there for generations. The boy explains that his newness to the desert allows him to see the things that others might miss. The leaders debate among themselves. Finally, the elder leader speaks about tradition and the neutrality of oases of not to carry any arms or any weapons. But now he decides to break that tradition and to arm themselves. They also warn the boy that if no weapon is used by day's end, it will be used on him. The boy understands the risk, but he has no regrets. If he dies tomorrow, he will have lived a life filled with experiences and adventures, something he takes pride in. As he leaves the tent, a thunderous sound and powerful wind knock him down. A massive white horse with a horseman dressed in black with a falcon on his shoulder appears before him. He questions the boy about his interpretation of the hawks. The boy confidently explains that he read the bird's message to save the oasis. The stranger challenges the boy's authority to change Allah's will. The boy explains how everything is written by the same hand, including the armies and hawks. He tells that he only saw an army but not the battle's outcome. Satisfied with the boy's explanations, the stranger sheathed his sword. He tells the boy that he wanted to test his courage, which is essential for understanding the language of the world. Then the stranger tells the boy to find him in the south if he survives after the battle. When the horseman left, the boy realizes that he has met the alchemist. Alchemist, a person of great knowledge who may play a significant role in his journey. The alchemist's role will likely to be that of a mentor, guiding Santiago to understand deeper truths about himself and this world. Thus, it will help him in his quest for treasure and his self-discovery. And that's it for today, my dear viewers. If you like this episode, please hit the like button. It helps me a lot. And also please subscribe to my channel to keep up with this story and many such wonderful stories in the future. And I am sure you won't want to miss any such future videos because we all want to grow in our life. And with this, keep dreaming and growing strong. See you later. Bye-bye.